7 wins Dallas Mavericks.
With Dallas gone, Phoenix, the Spurs' next opponent, was now considered the favorites to win the West. The Suns were led by two-time MVP Steve Nash, and they were the popular choice.
I think everybody outside of this organization picked Phoenix to beat us. We like being the quote-unquote underdog.
Nobody talks about us because we don't have that flash, and we like that. That way we can just be stealth and fly under the radar.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, as the second round of the NBA playoffs underway. We've got a great matchup for you, two great teams.
Everybody kept talking about that Phoenix Suns could win a championship this year. The hype was there, the intensity was there. We just wanted a chance.
As the series started, both teams played to their strengths.
Spinning inside. Duncan left of the lane. Now's able to push off. Shot off the glass and in.
And here come the Suns. Into the front court, it's Nash. Nash probing. Nash all the way.
But just when it looked like Nash was going to put his stamp on the game, the other point guard took over.
Parker back to way beyond the three-point arc now. Parker on the drive. Parker to the basket. He scores, count it, and he's fouled.
Every defensive possession is used. Ball run back, turn around. Don't let Parker come down as the number one stop.
Parker being met defensively with the Suns, Sean Marion. He goes to his right, gets into the lane. 14-footer is going to go.
Parker had the Suns on the ropes, and then he delivered the knockout blow.
Parker will slow it down. And a foul call on Nash as Parker's shaken up.
I was trying to, penetrate to the basket, and Steve tried to, reach, and we bumped heads. I thought I was beating at first. I thought it was me. I was like, oh, once again, I'm going to have a scar.
Nash is shaken up also. Well, Parker's going to stay in, but it looks like Nash will not be able to stay in.
Yeah, Steve's got a pretty good gash across the bridge of his nose. That thing's busted wide open. Aaron Nelson cannot get it to stop.
With Nash unable to stay in the game, the Spurs took away the home court advantage.
The San Antonio Spurs will steal game one here in Phoenix.
Old veteran basketball team gut it out and grind it, coming to game one on the road and getting a huge victory.
For whatever reason, this happened to me, to us today, and we'll just have to hope we don't have other sort of calamities at the end of the rest of the playoff games.
What I told them was that they should enjoy it this evening. That's probably allowed maybe till about 10 or 11. And after that point, it doesn't mean one damn thing. Not one damn thing.
The Spurs wouldn't be able to enjoy their victory for very long, as the Suns ran them out of the building in Game 2. But as the series shifted to San Antonio, the Spurs knew it was crucial to take both games at home.
Duncan against Thomas. Spins inside on him. Off the glass. Shot is good for Tim Duncan. The bank is open on a Saturday night in San Antonio.
But while Duncan made sure that the Spurs won Game 3,
Step takes it inside. Draws contact. Shot is good. And a foul. And it's all Tim Duncan right now.
Another storyline was developing. The series was becoming extremely personal.
Bowen raised the knee into Nash, and Nash is on the floor.
Mike D'Antoni is very upset. He's yelling something in the direction of Bruce Bowen. Oh, he got hit right in the face by Sean Marion, and they missed it. Otto is shaken up.
Would you classify it as a physical series?
Really? Yeah. Well, half of it. Their half. Now we're going to make it our half. So, yeah, it's very physical. And, yeah. It's very physical. Can't say anything. We just got to take care of business. All right? Thank you.
The Spurs were one home court win away from putting a stranglehold on the series.
Parker racing. Able to beat Nash down the court. That's the type of play that has beaten Phoenix in this series.
And for 3.5 quarters, they seemed like they were well on their way.
Tim Duncan is just absolutely having his way with the Phoenix Suns.
But then, inexplicably, they wilted.
We started looking ahead a little bit. We were kind of satisfied with having the lead.
Oh, Nash behind the back. Stoudemire scores going right at Duncan.
Let our guard down. Forgot who we were playing. And Phoenix made us pay.
And out of nowhere come the Phoenix Suns in the fourth quarter.
The Suns rode their late comeback to a Game 4 victory, but they couldn't escape San Antonio unscathed.
And here is Nash being chased, and they had him. Oh, look out! As Ori sent Nash flying, and Bell goes at Ori. Nash got up. He wants to go at Ori. The Suns did not appreciate the foul by Robert Ori.
What an incredible sequence we have seen here.
For leaving the bench during the altercation, both Amare Stoudemire and Boris Diaw would be suspended for the pivotal 5th game.
Now you go into Game 5 and there's no Stoudemire and there's no Diaw, and what's the game going to be like? How are they going to play? And I think it was the scariest game of the whole playoffs.
Phoenix is a difficult place to play in the first place, but you knew everybody would be pretty rabid knowing the situation. We would rather have had nobody be suspended and just play.
They always say we're vanilla and we do nothing wrong and we're always the nice guys. So for me it was funny to see that we was the bad boys.
In an NBA series no one will soon forget, the Spurs and Suns have displayed blood, sweat, and tears. It's been hard-fought, emotional, and gut-wrenching at times. Tonight, it's Game 5, Spurs and Suns from the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix.
Come on, guys, we got to be tough mentally. It's got to be right precise every time. Everybody on the board. Everybody's playing. Let's go. Let's go.
Phoenix may have been undermanned, but they came out fired up.
Here is Nash. Shazam! Nash hits the super shot, and it's 22-11. The Suns on top. Nash drives right side. In the corner, Marion. Marion at the baseline. His floater good. Marion with an 18.9 rebound first half. What a start for the Phoenix Suns. Playing short-handed, but they ran the Spurs off the court.
We dug ourselves a huge hole, and we're down, 15, 17 points at Phoenix, hanging out for our lives.
The Spurs were a team filled with championship-tested veterans, and now they would need them more than ever.
All year long, we've been building to be that kind of team that doesn't lose composure, that kind of team that doesn't crumble under pressure.
Ginobili drives to his right, takes it into the baseline, and takes it to the rim and scores. The Suns lead is down to 9. Ginobili from downtown.
Manu Ginobili picking the right time to finally get going in this series.
We were able to be down and understand that we're not out of it and to continue to play.
Duncan pretty deep as he backs in, spins, shoots, scores. The game is tied at 81.
It had taken the Spurs the entire game to get back to even. And now in the final seconds, they would look to grab the game and the series lead.
We kind of scratched and clawed our way back in, and Tony gets into the paint and he makes the perfect read, the perfect pass, and Bruce rises up right in front of their bench.
Bowen for 3, yes! Bruce Bowen from deep in the corner has given the Spurs an 84-81 lead.
I didn't see it go in at that moment because Steve Nash was closing hard on me, but I could tell it went in by the way the crowd was. It's just a hush.
Well, it's going to be a tough loss for the Suns.
We kept pushing, knocking on that door. And finally we knocked that door down.
Now we're back in San Antonio for Game 6, and it's a must-win for us. The crowd's going to be behind their team. They're going to be rowdy and loud, but we just got to come out focused. We won here before. Just got to do it again.
We got to have a big on that because if Bruce comes in on that.
No, Bruce can't come.
Bruce can't come on that.
This has been a great series so far. A lot of tension and pressure too. But we know how tough it could be to win in Phoenix in the Game 7. So we know we gotta play a great game today and don't let them get loose.
I think there's been a little bit of drama to this series, or what? Game 6, Spurs Suns really has a Game 7 type of feel. Suns, their backs against the wall, win or go home.
Spurs on 3. Spurs on 3. 1, 2.
With Diaw and Stoudemire back, the Suns were anticipating another road win, but this time the Spurs wouldn't let them out of their sights.
Nash. Bowen stays right with him. Nash Nash against Bowen. Nash with a few dribbles. Bowen right in his grill.
Steve Nash, I don't think there's a team that has made him work harder than the San Antonio Spurs.
Bowen has done a fabulous job. This is tremendous defense, and it makes Nash take a shot that he would not normally take. The Bucks right now on his own shot, he's frustrated.
He was always in his face, making some of his easy looks harder, and just being a pest for 48 minutes.
I can't say enough about the job that Bruce Bowen has done on Steve Nash. Exactly what he wants to do, be a pest. He's in Steve Nash's head right now.
We played him tough, man. You know, it's incredible that somebody has that much energy to just stay on you like a hound, just coming after you every time, you know, always in your face.
With Nash neutralized, the rest of the Spurs moved in for the kill.
Manu pushed the ball ahead to Parker. Parker all the way in, lay it up and good. Tony Parker from Manu Ginobili.
We're watching a great performance from a great basketball team.
Slam dunk by Tim Duncan. Out front, the pass is tipped by Ginobili and stolen. Here comes Manu against Boris Diaw. Stops and tops off the glass. It's good for Manu Ginobili.
San Antonio in complete control of this game.
That's gonna do it. Celebration time, San Antonio.
The San Antonio Spurs will face the Utah Jazz in the conference finals, and the Suns' season comes to a bitter end.
It's always a good feeling when your team competes at a high level against another team who's also competing at a high level. And those are the moments that we all coach for or play for. And we were fortunate enough to end up on the winning side of that.
Sweet game, man.